So I'm watching a documentary series on Thomas Jefferson. And I know some of you are like, woo, this is really exciting. This is going to be such a great video blog he's doing because it's about, history. and I get it. Not all of us like documentaries. But I do find history to be quite intriguing, and I like to learn things about other people. And Thomas Jefferson is considered to be one of the hardest of all the country's founding fathers to figure out exactly who he was and what his thought processes were. Now, I personally don't think the guy was really all that complicated, but hey, that's probably because I have such a simple mind that realistically, I wouldn't know complicated if it bit me square on the nose, right? But one thing I did learn about him that was really interesting is that for 1 year, when he was in college, he enjoyed all of the college life, the social gatherings, the dances, the balls, all that kind of jazz. But at the end of that year, Thomas came to realize that those things were a lot of fun, but they weren't going to get him anywhere if they distracted him from his studies. And Thomas decided at that moment that if he was going to really be a difference maker, someone that had a profound effect on history, that he was going to have to let all of that other stuff go by the wayside and focus more on his schooling and on his books. He said he didn't want to be average. And he did it. It was said about him that he would spend about 15 hours a day in his books and studying. And we all know what a difference maker that Thomas Jefferson turned out to be, as he was the one who was trusted with writing the Declaration of Independence. Did you know that it's widely thought that there was probably no one else there that was capable of putting everybody's super diversified ideas down together and making it acceptable to all of those people before they sent it off to England? But Thomas Jefferson did it. Probably, or at least possibly, it's a credit to his determination and the work that he had put in to all his study and his efforts in the years prior. Now, am I promoting this type of behavior in all of us? Right? Where we drop all things that are entertainment and we concentrate solely on gaining knowledge and intelligence through deep study and hard work? No, not really. But I think we should all ask the question, do I want to be average? Or do I aspire to something greater? Especially in our relationship with God. And I want you to think again about Daniel. Daniel 6:28 says this: "So Daniel prospered during the reign of Darius and the reign of Cyrus the Persian." Why did Daniel end up prospering so well, so regularly? Well, maybe it's partially because he emulated a trait that Thomas Jefferson had, and he worked hard to do so. But there is also something else about Daniel. He wasn't average because his relationship with God wasn't average. Hey, fellow Christian, you have the distinct advantage of not being average by default. We all have the Holy Spirit residing in us that prompts us to be way beyond average, at least in what we accomplish that has long-term value beyond this life. We should be way beyond average. The trick to it, have a way beyond average relationship with God. Books and learning, they're great, and they might help you write a great declaration someday. But deepening your relationship with God will help you and many others hear the greatest declaration someday. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter thou now into the joy of the Lord. That right there, friends, will be well worth setting some of those entertainment things aside for and pouring ourselves and our lives into. Hey, good news. We'll see, hopefully literally see many of you tomorrow. We'll see you then.